Hello. I'm tired, guys. Packing is fucking draining me. Draining me bad. What's going on, people? What's going on? Bob, Dwayne, TRFRDS. What's up? What is going on, people? What's up, Alberto? Boots got the win last night, but he needs to stay away from Bud. Agreed. Yeah. Or he could have been rusty. Did you see what Crawford said? No, what did he say? You're the GOAT, bro. Thanks. Well, what Crawford say? Like, stay away from me, I'll whoop your ass? Something to that effect? I would guess. No? Tell me. Tell me. What did he say? What did he say? No, nothing? Nobody? All right. I heard Boots versus Connor Ben is next in the fall. That'll be a fun fight. Connor Ben's fun. He's not going to win, but he's fun to watch. World-class fighter now, huh? My double standards be crazy. Eddie Hearn, you talk good. I don't get it. They tried to frame him. Huh? What are you guys talking about? They tried to frame who? You guys are confusing me. Who tried to frame who? That's what Crawford said. Crawford said, oh, he said this? That's what Crawford said? World-class fighter now, huh? My the double standards are be crazy. Oh shit. That's fucked up. You look better shaped than my brother. Huh? Let's get a coffee in your system. You're looking, man, I've been packing. I'm fucking exhausted. Packing, getting ready for this move. It's hot as shit in New York. Yeah, you're right. I am tired. You are correct. That's a good read. I am exhausted. People spreading fake news. What fake news are they be spreading? What's the fake news? Talk to me. What's the fake news? Some people said Boots was just rusty. I mean, he was rusty for sure, but, you know. Crawford tweeted about world class. Yeah. That's, well, I mean, you know. Blair Cobb's next or Connor Ben? Blair Cobb's would be nice. Good luck on your move. That's what, yeah, it sucks, man. Ring rust. That's a funny profile picture you got there, Bobs. What up, Chris? Asparon? Boots was getting pieced up. He can't do that with Bud. Right, agreed. That's what everybody says. But he won't do that with Bud, so. Marco, I don't care. Boots beat him in the early round, and Crawford did it about beat him. Yeah. What's up there, KD? R? Congrats on your new home. I heard you say on the Boxing Voice. After last night's performance, though, got to pump the brakes on the overhype of Boots destroys. Yeah. Thank you, first off. Yeah, man, you can't. I don't think. You can't. I never picked Boots over Bud to begin with, but I thought this just made it further away for me. Smash that like button. Listen to him. Listen to this man. Shakur going to sign Eddie Hearn. Just signed to Eddie Hearn, but he's naming opponents. Okay. When Crawford fought him, Crawford barely got touched like that. Yeah, Boots got hit a lot. A lot. And his lack of offense, it was what not lack of offense, lack of calculated smart offense. That's what bewildered me, because I've seen him fight better than that, which is what makes me think Boots doesn't suck or anything. He just probably had an off night for whatever the reason. Maybe the pressure got to him. That's what my man Greg Hackett from Philly was telling me. He's a Philly dude. He knows all. He said maybe the pressure, because Philly, he was saying it's rare that Philly dudes come out and support each other like that, and to see all the people in the audience showing all the love and support was maybe overwhelming. I think he was kind of alluding to that. Boots got hit by a lot by Roman Villa too. Yeah, Marco. That's what makes me think if the fight went longer, I wonder. I know. I'm thinking the same thing. I really want to see what would happen. Congrats on the cribbo. The commute from CT to your bar, like an hour and a half. Not bad. Yeah, a little less. But with traffic, an hour 45 too, with traffic. But without traffic, about an hour 15 by car or by train. So yeah, not bad. Not bad. I'm just stressed out, Rob. We got so much shit here. I'm worried the truck won't be big enough to fit everything. And you're unpacking your whole life of 10 years. Unpacking it, packing it. You know what I'm saying? My kids were pretty much born and raised here. Shit's a little emotional. So, does Boots have a chin? We don't know. He's never been hit by anybody who hits hard. That guy just has a little bit more power. Those punches might. I've been saying that. Teach, what up? Connecticut, J Pitt, Norwalk. I didn't move yet. I'm moving next week. Norwalk. Aren't you from Connecticut? You have a bar, drink? Nah, I have a comedy club, which, I mean, we serve alcohol. That's the main, but it's a comedy club. Beer. Congrats. Welcome to CT. Hey, where you at? You're over in like New Hartford or some shit, right? I forgot you told me. Moving let you know how much unnecessary stuff. It's looking like we're taking most of our shit, which is stressing me out. That's all on the wife. But it looks like most of the shit we're taking. We're not throwing out nearly as much as I would have hoped. So we kind of did a spring cleaning like a year or two ago and got rid of all the unnecessary shit back then. Salute Waterbury. Where's Waterbury? Waterbury's out near like Roxbury and Danbury, right? It's out near there. You know what's weird, J Pitt? So I'm mile-wise, right? I'm just as close as almost any other place, right? I'm only 15 minutes past Greenwich and Stanford. It's just as close as Westchester, all the closest like suburbs to New York City, right? Yet it takes longer because there's always fucking traffic. Unless I'm going at like 1 a.m, then I'll make it in like an hour. Otherwise, it's always going to take like an hour and a half to 2, which kind of fucking annoys me. That's why maybe I'll just take the train. What up, Shamar? But I only need to come into the city like once a week or so. Danny Garcia, Shakur Stevenson, Gilly, and whoever else showed up to see Boots. True that. Chris Brooks, what up? Have I gone to Times Square before? I grew up 5-minute walk from Times Square. I grew up basically in Times Square. Hell's Kitchen is right next to Times Square. So of course. And I've been to Times Square throughout the 80s all the way to, like, I've seen every little sprinkle of its evolution over the years. Sucks when you have to move from a place that you know in your whole life. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not my whole life, but long time. You're farther from me. I'm around Hartford. You're farther. Yeah, Hartford's deep, right? I'm farther from you than, what do you mean? Then I'm closer to the city than I am to you? Damn. Yeah, Hartford's out there, huh? What up, Army Mike? Yeah, 195. I know. There must be some kind of like a back roads, right? Like my mother, my stepmother's husband, mother-in-law's husband. There we go. He was saying that he can get to Westchester in like 25 minutes with like back roads. But we mapped it. It was like 35, 40 minutes to like whatever parts of Westchester. So I don't know. Maybe there's back roads. Not doing 95. There must be something. If there is, please tell me. Just don't wander into Hartford. I remember it used to be bad. Come on, man. I grew up in Hell's Kitchen in the 90s and 80s. I ain't scared of no fucking Hartford. But over boots. So what's Central Park like? It's a park, man. Hell's Kitchen, just a park. All the Tutti Frutti's not hitting that like. I know, man. The best Crawford versus the best boots. Who wins? But yeah, I agree. Route 2, you tell me, guys. I have no idea. I'm taking your advice. Are you going to keep the couch? Yep. Hell yeah, I'm keeping this couch. And there's the problem. I'm getting a house, right? So I don't even have enough furniture for the motherfucker. You know, I've been living in a 2-bedroom New York City style, like a 900 square foot apartment for basically my whole life, like my whole adulthood, even smaller before I had kids. And so we don't have enough furniture. So we're actually getting another couch. Some dude in my building is giving away a couch. So we're going to roll up in this bitch with 2 couches. We actually need 3 because this new house, there's enough spaces for 3 different fucking couches, 3 different living rooms. You know what I'm saying? We got all this space now, and it's significantly cheaper rent than my 2-bedroom apartment here cost. Wild. It's one of the reasons why we're doing it. It's cost effective. You get more space and everything's cheaper, and nature and bunny rabbits and shit. Why not? Right? And Norwalk, you Connecticut dudes in here can vouch. That's very cityish. There's parts of that where shit's jumping. It's not like middle of nowhere, which I was worried about being in like seclusion. A lot of gentrification in Cali. Yep. I didn't grow up in a big house. I grew up in a railroad apartment. Those of you from New York City or whatever, I grew up in a railroad tenement piece of shit. So, thanks, Mike. Nah, I don't know about mansion. I bet you, to you guys who grew up in like normal suburban houses, the shit I'm living in is probably small to you. Probably. To me, it's huge, but to you guys, it's probably small. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had somebody see it who grew up in a house, and they're like, oh, it's nice. I'm like, this is huge. They're like, I don't know about huge, but it's nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, burst in my bubble. I was like, look at all the space. I could have 2 couches. Facts, Marco, you'll be fine out here. I hope so, man. I hope so. I gotta look up gyms. Any boxing gyms in Norwalk? There has to be. I haven't even looked it up. Because I'm setting a little gym up in my man cave or whatever. There's gonna have my boxing studio. So from now on, I'm gonna be doing all these lives behind me. It's gonna be official. I'm gonna set up the belts and kind of how I do my videos, but that'll always be behind me, even when I'm doing these lives. And you'll also see my gym. I'm gonna have a little gym down there. I'm gonna set that shit all up. But I still want to be able to go to a real gym. I just got to look up where they're at. Between snow and lawn care, I know. Man, stop freaking me out, Rob. I know. And even though we rent, it's on us to do all that shit. You think the landlord would take care of it, but he doesn't. Anything over 1,500 square feet's huge. Yeah, not to everybody. To me, I agree. Didn't know you were from Boston. Who's from Boston? The fuck you talking about, Kobe? Who the hell's from Boston? I'm not from Boston. I'm from Hell's Kitchen. New York City. Boston? You better watch your mouth. Matter of fact, you get the inaugural... Get the fuck out of here! Boston. Trying to make me pop a casket. Gasket? I ain't gonna stay in California, alright? I have to walk 2 hours to get my box. God damn. You like in an African village? The fuck? Who walks 2 hours to do anything? This dude lives in a Albanian village. Norwalk is dope. I'm old. You're not older than me. I'm 47. Or maybe you are. How old are you? I'm old, but the young heads be at, they call NoHo. Yup. We're not too far from NoHo area. For nightlife. Yeah. We actually went out there to have dinner, not before we rented the crib to get to know the area. And yeah, it was popping. It's not like New York City, but it's close enough where I won't feel like I'm in a, middle of nowhere. Any plans on introducing DeMarco Jr.? He already boxes. My son already knows how to throw some vicious punches. Vicious. Hell's Kitchen, Kobe. Exactly. Boston. Trying to get me fucking pissed. Yeah, no, my son could punch. My wife doesn't want me putting him on camera, though. Like, she doesn't want my kids on camera. Like, I kind of agree. You don't need to be doing that because they're still young. But he got, if she let me, I put up a video of him An old one, just hits his back and you see him just throwing punches. He could punch, but he's gotten disinterested. He's actually doing karate now. Those of you who've caught me do my live streams while he's taking karate and I'm waiting for him. He's more into karate for now, but he's been boxing. He's been boxing now since he's what, 4? I think I told him. I said the same thing. I thought you were from Boston. Well, I might remove that wrench because this is ridiculous. Exactly, Vaughn. Boston. Bugging. Boston. Although, yo, Shamar, I didn't realize Connecticut's New England. Like, you're a New England dude. And I'm about to be a New England dude. But I feel like Connecticut is the least New England-y sounding and looking and feeling place of all New England. Can't believe it. Connecticut's technically New England, which is wild. That's much I love boxing, Marco. I'll walk 2 hours. All right. Maybe you want to move out of the Albanian village. You know what I'm saying? Did they invent the wheel yet in that village? Because you could carve one out of a rock and just, I don't know, roll. Get you there faster. Norman Jr. knocks boots out. Argue with your mothers. He's smart. I didn't know they had Hell's Kitchen in New York City. I didn't know they had one in Vegas. So, whoop, there it is. Margaret, besides Boots, who has all the belts at 47? Stanionis. That's, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Born in BK? Yeah, but Shamar, you're not one of those dudes. First of all, how old were you when you left? I hate, and if you do this, you're my man, but you got to stop. I hate when dudes are like, oh, I'm from Brooklyn. And I'm like, oh, well, like, where'd you go to high school? Like, Hartford. I'm like, well, when did you? I left Brooklyn when I was 2.5. I'm like, well, then you're not from fucking Brooklyn. To me, from is where you've like spent most of your childhood. Like, what shaped you? I bet you 200 your son got better technique than Timboski and I haven't seen CYP didn't look that bad. Timboski looked pretty bad. Yeah, Timboski didn't look very good. I like Timboski, but yeah, he didn't look very good. We moved to CT. Yeah, I hear it. Marco, Florida. Some people consider boxing a white people's sport. Nah, no, they don't. Nobody considers boxing a white people's sport. Come on. Boxing has been dominated by black dudes pretty much since Joe Louis took over, and it's nobody's never looked back. Ever. To the point where, you know this, they came up with the Great White Hope. Like, they had to come up with that saying. Not even Hispanic. Like, mostly black dudes dominate, and then Hispanics come in second. What's the most not seen fighters, I want to say, of all ethnicities? I feel like Indians. I feel like you're least likely to find an Indian fighter or Pakistani. Actually, Pakistani a little bit, but straight Indian? Psst, name one. Name one Hall of Fame Indian fighter. I don't think, like, from India. Or, fuck it, even Indian American. I don't think you can. Close ever been New York City's Buffalo. That's far, homeboy. Yeah, he hits the pads. CT has a lot of New York transplants. Everywhere else in New England, they sound more like massholes. I know, like Mako, Pack the Car, like that shit. But they don't sound like that in Connecticut. I went to school out here, middle school up, but I was back and forth. Oh, okay. So you spent a lot. Okay, well, if you're going back and forth, then you definitely got some Brooklyn in you. You absorb the culture. Prime Triple G versus. That's a great one. I go with Hagler over anybody, but that's a great one. Both dudes hit like trucks. Both dudes have solid, legendary chins. Triple G's a little bigger, but Hagler's a better technical boxer. I'm gonna go with Hagler. You were a real New Yorker if you attended a PS. That's absolutely right. Rob, where are you from again? I forget. Marco, is Gvon still hiding? I don't know. I don't really follow. Like, I'm not on the boxing voice all the time. And to be quite honest, I don't know. I don't always absorb all that shit that goes on with the callers. But I love CT. You get used to the peaceful. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. But Rocky Marciano destroyed them. Rocky Marciano. Well, you know it has to happen now, right?
Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out there.
That's what has to happen. That's official when his name comes up. King, what up? You also don't have many, almost no Middle Easterners. Nah, you do. That's not true. That's not true. Actually, no, that is true. Very few, but Indians even less. I can only think of like one Pakistani, which is Amir Khan. I can't think of one Indian. I could think of Prince Nassim, who's Middle Eastern, or you had guys like Saddam Ali, even though he's American, or the other dude, Omar Shika. I can't think of one Indian. New York, the reason why I never leave CT. I love visiting the South. I know that's the quote unquote retirement spot. Yep. But I'm a Northeasterner. Nah, I'm going to Florida when I get older. Fuck this. Fuck this shit. What are we doing with this cold? PS 159. Yeah, I'm a little upset because my kids aren't going to grow up in the city like I did. Look, the city now is different. Like, we're in Parksville, Brooklyn, which is like fucking crossing guards, PTA meeting. Like, it's changed. So they're still not growing up in the city I'm used to, but now they're not growing up in any city. Bud stops boots. Yep, that's a fact. Marco, I live in the hood. All boxing gyms are in the white people areas where they make money. Well, that's different because boxing gyms are the 99% of the time traditionally in the hood. They're in shitty areas. They're not in nice areas. Unless you got newer gyms which are catered more towards like blue collar people and all that. Khan was the only Pakistani. Yep, that's it. Sumo wrestling doesn't have weight classes. That's very random. But thank you for that piece of information. Cheetos coming, flaming hot, and jalapeno. So random shit. That was random, my man.
What you talking about, Willis?
All right, what we got? Yeah, man. Very few Asian fighters too. Very few, and most of them are of recent years, right? Who we got? Inoue and fucking Zhang. Who else am I missing? I mean, technically Indians are Asian, so same shit. But I mean Asian, like besides Indian, like lighter skinned Asians, I guess. Your kids will have a better education in CT. New York is mad. Yo, is J Pitt and Shamar, is CT as woke? Because I saw a lot of like houses with gay flags and shit. Like it looked kind of wokey to me. Can't be as bad as here, but is CT like mad woke too? Because Pandora is a serious threat to sandals. Ennis at 54. To sandals? What? At least because my gym is 2 hours away, I don't have to do any row work. That's wild though. But that's like a 40-minute walk. Should we petition to have Marco enter sumo wrestling tourney? No. That's weird. The sumo wrestling topic is weird, people. What up, Jimmy? You're gonna have to give Ness a dirt nap. That Jardine be making Ness. That's some strong shit he's smoking. Strong. Yeah, right? He's been smoking some strong shit. Got him fucking all loopy. Nah, Ness be trolling. It's all in fun though. Another hypothetical: Prime Oscar De La Hoya versus Cotto. I got Oscar over almost anybody at 54. I got Oscar. Yeah, they gaze out. Shake, you're in CT2. What part? Where you are going, it is just as bad as. No, it's not. I'm gonna be in like the Cranberry area. You guys know what I'm talking about? In near Norwalk. Anybody? And you guys know? Tell me what you know about Cranberry area, right in Norwalk. I'm like right by the beach, I guess. CT follows everything, and why do politically the immigrants are doing crimes, and why they come CT when they get released. Ugh. Got a bunch of fucking wild criminals running around. Greater Hartford. So that's mad far, right? Isn't Hartford like fucking hour and a half from where I'm gonna be? Armando, what's up? Puerto Rico. Just talking about Cotto versus Prime De La Hoya. If Crawford loses the fight coming up, what would the hypothetical narrative be? He went up too much in weight. he's old and he took too much time off between fights. They might not be as woke over there, but not too sure about that. Okay. Marco, in your opinion, one undefeated fighter truly one undefeated? We already talked about this. Finito Lopez, Rocky Marciano, and I guess Joe Galzaki. I'm not from that part of CT, so I don't know. All right. Antarctica. Well, we're going to find out. I know I'm right next to, like, I wanted to go to Greenwich, but that shit is a mad cake. Like, mad, like $1,000, $2,000 more a month in rent, at least. I'm like, fuck that. What up, Track? Boots can take a punch, Marco, and sure dish it out. Well, we don't know if he could take a punch because this guy didn't really hit hard. Avanesian, right? Yeah, about an hour away from me. Yeah, it's far. Yeah, so you're basically as far away from my new place as I am now from my new place. Yeah, man. I don't know if Boots could take a punch because we didn't see him have to take a hard punch. He got repeatedly nailed. Greenwich is what people outside of CT think CT is like. Yeah, I know. Isn't that where that show was filmed? My wife watches it. The Gilmore Girls. Is that supposed to be Greenwich? Last hypothetical, Manny versus Loma. You guys know I can't do that when the guys are still active. They're both still active, technically. But fine. I gotta go with Manny. I always go with this with the retired legend, dude. I can't go with somebody who's still. Let's see how if Loma knocks Gervonta out. Well, now we're having a different conversation, right? That's why we can't do it until they fight. Boots has 32 fights. Name one champion. Jamal, you're correct. Who would have won between? Get out of here, Kobe, with this fucking movie shit. Oh yeah, you're right, Marco. I'm the one that gave you that answer. Yep. New Gilmore Girls filmed in. Yeah. I know it was fake, filmed in a fake one. I actually went to the set where it was filmed in Cali. I went to the studio, but I'm saying where was it supposed to be filmed? I know it wasn't really. I actually went in the house, the whole 9 yards. My wife's. When we were out there, we went to like Universal, I think it was, and saw the whole shit. But where's it? I think it's supposed to be in Greenwich. That's my point. Boots looked great last night in the pocket. He looked great to you? Ugh. Star Hollow isn't a real town. Oh, it's not? It's a made-up town? Okay. I thought it was in a real town. I don't really watch it like that. That's my wife's shit. Marco, do you think this is the best weight? Who do you think is the West? Damn. Gonna ask me about the best white boxer?
Oh, that's racist.
Because I'm white? You think I'm gonna know who the best cracker boxer is?
Oh, that's racist.
Chicka.
Oh, that's racist.
You're too young to be racist, man. Mark. You forgot the O. I've heard that Boots' brother didn't have a great chin in their respective careers. I hope Boots has a chin, though. What's his brother do? Yeah, Stars Hollows. I didn't know that was the name of it. I didn't know. I thought it was Greenwich. See? Technically, you guys are way more for actually knowing the name of the town in that show. Because a dude watching that show is... I don't watch that show because I'm not... So in a way, I'm happy I didn't know the name of the real town. Just saying. What about Caleb? Oh, right. Yeah, probably Caleb. Actually, no. No. Wait, what are we talking about? White? Usyk? Or Fury? Or Loma? You're talking American white, not... Because those guys are white as shit. They're just not American white. Right? A word? Dwayne, you're white? What, half? Quarter? What? What's the breakdown? I'm 29. I grew up an ABC family. It's always on. I'm in tune with the women. Oh, okay. You on some smooth shit. You learn their language so you could kick it to them. Ah, I got you. I got you. I got you.
Who let the dogs out?
There we go. I got you. What's up, Joe? I only know because I live out here, but that shit funny as fuck too. I'm just saying. Talking about white American boxers. Marco, what's more concerning, Boots' inactivity, leaky defense, or him not listening to his corner? Ooh, damn, Yaffy. Not the inactivity. To me, just like Boots said, he goes, I've been in the gym sparring. Because I've been sparring, I've been in the gym, so I didn't think I'd be rusty. So I agree with that. It was a mental thing because it was in front of his hometown crowd. The leaky defense is the worst. I'm half a quarter. Get the fuck out. Half a quarter. Okay, when people look at you, Dwayne, can they tell that you're not all black? Probably not. You're only 13, what would it be? 15%, not 15, 12.5% white, then they probably can't tell. Can they tell? First time using that soundboard. Yeah, that's a perfect one. Boots looked agreed. Need to see him against someone more competitive, agreed. Abanesian was high guard going forward, all fight, agreed. It's hard to gauge how he would do against Crawford, disagreed. He would do bad against Crawford like that, but agreed in terms of like you probably won't fight Crawford like that. So Andre Ward in your top 10, no. Half of 1/4, that's 1/8. Well, he's a quarter. So half of a quarter is 12.5%. When I was younger, oh, he said 1/8. Okay, I got you. So I fucked up the math. Okay, I got you. When I was younger, it was obvious. So what's 1/8? 20? I'm so bad at what would 1/8 be in percentage? Like, what's 1/8 in percentage wise? When I was younger, it looked obvious because I'm in the sun all day and sweating. I look darker now. Okay. It all depends. I know dudes who are half and they look whole, or I know dudes who are half and they look all white. Like it all, everybody's different, I guess. Boots will be fine. I think he wanted the fight to be exciting. I doubt he'll fight this way if he was fighting, say, punchers like Ryan Garcia. Maybe. That's what my man Greg Hackett said. I think Crawford got hit more against Abanesian than Boots. No, that's not what I hear. I didn't see the Crawford fight full in its entirety. You guys know I like highlights for fights I don't give a shit about. That's interesting font there, Bobs and Weaves. Make me fucking give me dizzy reading that. Yeah, we gotta see. We gotta see. We gotta see what's up. But they're not gonna fight each other, I don't think. Hell no, Crawford dominate that for he nearly got touched by that guy. Hell no, Crawford. That's what I heard. I heard Crawford was kicking the shit out of him. You must be a Boots fan, Armando. You must be a Boots fan. Puerto Rican Boots fan. What up, Eon? Eon. Straight out of Seattle, right? Washington? Some shit. Colorado? One of those. Marco, who you like to see Boots next? Who I'd like? Shit. Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz would be a good fight, but he's going to stay at 47. So in 47, I don't care. Does anybody? Ryan. Fuck it. Ryan or Devin. Ryan or Devin. And now that this fight made us think, Ryan could have a chance against this dude. Because Ryan, if this dude hit him, Ryan will hit him. How does he take the punch? I didn't see Crawford versus Abanesian fight either, but I remember Bud's glove exploded or something. He was cooking him. Yeah, that's the word on the street. Right now, Bud's stoppage in 2 or 3 years. Boots. I don't know about that, Ian. You've been on social media longer than me. Okay? Indiana. God damn it. Sorry. Indiana. I knew a dude from Terre Haute. Terre Haute. Well, the T silent. Terre Haute. Haute, I think it's pronounced. Spelled. Fighter. Terry Ray, his name was. Light heavyweight and cruiserweight contender. Almost won the cruiserweight belt, but lost to a dude named Kenny Keene. I think they fought twice. Dude was in Kevin Rooney's camp with me back in the day. Because of Crawford, Mike Tyson, and Sugar Ray Robinson, and Roy Jones is why I love boxing so much. Those are great, great, great fighters to look up to. Great fighters. The only one of them, well, Roy and Ray, that's number 1, number 2 all time, greatest ever. Crawford might be, we'll see. Tyson, unfortunately, I do not put him there. I don't even put Tyson as one of the greatest heavyweights. Actually, no. See, usually I look at people's just their primes, right? Right? But Tyson's prime was so short. I don't know if I can do it. He's an exception. If I look at just Tyson's prime, he could be the greatest heavyweight who ever lived. But the why I don't count it is the same reason why I don't include Salvador Sanchez in all-time great talks or Edwin Valero. They died early. Their careers were too short is the point. So when your career is too short, you don't get an accurate portrait painted of what your career really would have been, because a lot of dudes look, what if Edgar Berlanga ended up dying when he was, at 13-0, 13 knockouts first round? You know what I'm saying? People be like, whoa, but see what happened now that he kept fighting? So Tyson's one of the few dudes who I don't look at his prime. I have to look at his whole career because his prime was so short. And you could argue that wasn't his prime. He just fought better fighters later on in life, and that's why he lost. But he fought differently later on. Hector Camacho Jr. I've sparred Camacho. I used to spar him back in the early 2000s. Yeah, I'm supposed to do an interview with him and this dude. They do a podcast together. They hit me up to do it with him or to go on their show. Haney and Ryan will rematch next year if Ryan is not in jail or rehab. Jail, wow. That's not out of the question either, the way he's been going. That Hardin brand is no joke in Vegas. I guess not. I blame Bobby Brown for Mike Tyson losing that buzzer. Nah, man. Those you, Jay Pitt, how old are you again? You're close to my age, right? You can't blame Bobby Brown because Tyson showed vulnerability in the fight. I'm pretty sure it was the fight right before Buster Douglas. Let me see. It might have been either the fight right before Buster or the one. Hold on. There we go. No, okay, 2 fights before. His fight against Frank Bruno, which was 2 fights before Buster Douglas. Or 1 fight before Buster Douglas, excuse me. Frank Bruno. He was getting touched more than anybody's seen him get touched. He was showing vulnerability there. That's when it really started. Frank fucking nailed him. Frank hurt him, as a matter of fact. He ended up finishing Frank off, but Frank hurt him. Frank wasn't all that. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it was Larry Holmes or Spinks. It was somebody who was like, wait, what? We need Hardin and Marco boxing sponsorship. I'd love a sponsorship. Damn, it's a forbid Jesus. What? 43. Yeah, okay. So you remember when Tyson fought Frank Bruno. That was the first chink in the armor right there. Crawford dismantled Errol Spence. That is the reason why I want to start boxing more seriously. Okay, do it. I heard Camacho was going to put hands on Teddy Atlas. Probably. Teddy Atlas was a psycho, I heard. I never met him in person. I never shook his hand. I've been around him, but Kevin Rooney didn't let me talk to him. Ryan's career will never be the same after this racial rant. Probably not. The Marvelous One and Crawford of the reason why. Yep, there you go. Mike Tyson caused so much damage for being only 5'10". Yeah, man. Right? But 225 pounds, right? Well, anywhere from 215 to 225 in his prime. But back then, dudes weren't really over 225 either. So he was average heavyweight weight, just not average heavyweight height. Abenisian landed 47 punches versus Boots, 28%, versus Crawford, 44 punches, 28%. He threw more versus Boots. So he had landed 47 versus Boots and 40. So it's almost identical outputs then. Wow. But wait, yeah, and almost really. That's interesting. But were they landing clean? Because a jab is a punch. A body shot's but were they landing clean the way his punches were hitting Boots clean? Name one champion you think you can beat. Oh boy. I don't know, man. That's a tough question. Rolly. Although I wouldn't have been his weight, so. Mark KO. How tall is Mike Tyson? He's 5'10. No, he's 5'10. I met him in person too. He was an inch shorter than me, and I'm 5'11. Why? How tall you think he was, Joe? Unless we might have been wearing shoes, or you might have been not wearing shoes, or I don't know how tall you are, but he's 5'10. For sure. Ben, Marco, some of the younger fighters I know call me weird for not having more current fighters that I like. Right now, you beat Rolly. Right now, I beat Rolly? Possibly. A lot bigger. Well, not a lot. 20 pounds isn't a lot bigger. Actually, more than 20, technically. 30, maybe? He fought at 40, didn't he? So, 25 pounds bigger. Which isn't a lot. He probably weighs in at my weight. I fought at the weight that my walk around. See, that was a mistake I made. If I would have had more pro fights, I probably would have changed that and went down. So he probably weighs the same. We're probably the same weight. Matter of fact, I'm just taller. I love looking at Sugar Ray Robinson more than looking at current fighters. Yeah, the problem with that is Sugar Ray Robinson's footage is, grainy, black and white. You know what I'm saying? The quality's not that great, so you can't really make out as much as you can. Like you stop and you try and slow-mo something and zoom it in, and you get an idea what he was doing, but it's not as crisp as something new. Boots look so much bigger, right? The height difference too. They said Avanesian is 5'8", but Boots was not only 2 inches taller than him. That's bullshit. Legends are better than current champions. Well, now they are because they're already legends. But some of these current champions might end up being legends. How did Margarito not get banned from boxing after putting cement in his gloves? That's a great question, right? I guess there was some kind of plausible deniability. I guess. I don't know. It's a great question. Great question. They let the fight go, which they should because it was right about to start. But they should have banned him. Maybe for life. They did suspend him, right, after that fight? And not only did he get punishment from the commissions and the state athletic commissions, but Shane Mosley handed down his own kind of punishment. Whooping his ass viciously. Like nothing we've ever seen. Shane was damn near 40. Beat the shit out of him. Like he stole something. Oh, he did. He tried to steal a victory. Are we sure Boots 6 feet? Nah, he's about 5'10". Well, he's not listed as 6. Cotto had a hell of a chin. Cotto had a good chin. Pacquiao dropped him. Clean, the fights were identical. Boots, Crawford, very identical. Boots put him. Huh. Interesting. So it must have been, you're saying the punches landed clean? I should look at it. Favorite weight all time? I don't have one then. Just wherever the good fighters are. Even if Margarito did have loaded gloves in that first Cotto fight, which we can't prove, Cotto still took a lot of hits that fight. That's true. What up, Ivan? Ivan's my middle name. Didn't know that, did you? Do you think Bomac could help Shakur? I don't know. If he fights more like Bud, then yeah. Dang, that's crazy. What's crazy? Oh, I don't. Most people say heavyweight, right? Because heavyweight's the most exciting. But Cotto was never the same after that Margarito fight. I don't know. You whoop Margarito's ass. Marco, rank your best fighters with best jaws. Hagler, Chevalo, Ali, Jake LaMotta, Triple G maybe. Canelo has a hell of a jaw. He does, but he's still active. I don't do the active guys. I don't get active. Got to put Canelo up there. He's still active. He's still active. You guys know how that goes. Instead, I'll put the dude who fought him, who took his shots. Trip G. G Trip. Trip Jizzle. Cotto beat Mayorga. Everybody beat Mayorga. Mayorga just beat Vernon Forrest. That's it. Luckily. If he wouldn't have beat Vernon Forrest, we would have never seen Mayorga fight all these people. Did you know Jake LaMotta lives? I did. There's a video of him shadowboxing at like 90 something. Was good, Joseph. J Dub. Dub J. Joey J. Joe John. All right, sorry. Luckily twice though. Wait, luckily to what? I forgot what I said. What did I say? Why did we say luckily twice? I'm confused. Yeah, man. Crawford has way better defense in boots than Crawford's. Battle? What? Lil Zooted. What up? Marco, when you got at 154, who you got? Bud, come on. Especially, Marky Mark. Okay, touche. Especially after last night. He also beat Six Heads Lewis. The fuck you talking about? Mr. Sanchez, what up? I got Boots beating Crawford. Most people don't. Now, you think Bomac is a better trainer than DJ? I can't comment on trainers. I've never been around them while they're training their fighters, like in depth, to even comment on that. You said Mayorga beat Forrest, luckily. I didn't mean lucky. Oh, see, no, I don't. You just misunderstood me. I didn't mean he got lucky that he beat him. I'm saying lucky for him that he had Vernon Forrest's number, because that catapulted him to get all these big money fights that he lost. That's what I meant. I think Shakur might not have a chin. I get the point. Is to get hit, but I don't know. Yeah, man. I'm with you, man. I would never say that. You don't beat somebody twice and it's luck. That does not happen. I often wonder, the biggest fights, I should put this as a post. The biggest fights that were supposed to be thrown, right? That were supposed to be dives. I always wonder if they really were. Right? Did Sonny Liston really take a dive against Ali the second fight? Did Jack Johnson really take a dive like he said he did? I can't really think of any others. But I wish I had the answer. Like, I wish I had a crystal ball and it could tell me, like, 1,000%. Dive means somebody jumps on the floor, meaning they throw themselves on the floor and act like they got hit, but they really throw themselves on the floor. Basically, through the fight, pretended to get knocked out when they really didn't, because they're getting paid for it. Or because the mafia back in the day would tell them, we're going to break your wife's kneecaps and bang out your daughter if you don't lose this fight. That's why some of them do it. Boxing is weird. Shane beat Mayorga twice. Mayorga beat Foreign twice. That's called the triangle theory, J Pitt. You know that? The triangle theory. Crawford more battle-tested than Boots. I meant to say more. M-O-R-E, not Moore. Yes, he is. What up, Alan? I could never take a dive. Some people do it, man. I know a dude, my ex-podcast partner, Jeremy. He told me he did it. He went out. He fought Brian Nielsen, this dude from, I think, Netherlands, right? And this is how they did it. They give him the contract, and the contract says you get paid at the time. This was a lot of money. It was like $100,000 if you win, and then now usually it has the price, and this is what you get no matter what. But the way they did it legally was 100,000 if you win, 200,000 if you end up losing. So it was up to him. That's some slick shit, and I don't think it's illegal when you do it that way. Probably would, maybe, I don't know. There was also the Netherlands, so it's not like he rather take the 200K. He'd already had a couple losses at that point in his career, and he threw it. And there's video footage, and I watched it, and he's not lying. First of all, he wouldn't lie to me, but second, you could tell he's not fighting. He even pretends to push him. He does almost like a bad WWE, like bad guy, like eruption into like a what's the word? Not eruption, but outburst. Butterbean didn't take dives. Paez dive against Oscar. Come on. Oscar nailed him. Oscar was also a good 25 pounds fucking heavier and like 7 inches taller. That's when Paez was not naturally at 135. One, he was naturally a featherweight, so he was already too heavy and old. And Oscar was naturally a 47 pounder. So Oscar was also way bigger than he should have been. So that was not a dive. That was a real fight. Triangle theory, it's saying because one guy beats another guy, then the other guy can beat the same guy. Meaning, like, the most famous triangle theory thing is Foreman, Frazier, Ali. Joe Frazier beats Muhammad Ali, right? And then Joe Frazier goes and fights George Foreman. And Foreman destroys Frazier, right? So and then Foreman is supposed to face Ali. So the train of thought is, wait a second, you're the guy Frazier who beat the shit out of Ali, and I beat the guy who beat Ali, so I should definitely be able to beat Ali. That's a triangle theory, but it didn't work out that way. Just because you beat somebody who beat you doesn't mean you could beat them. Whatever. You get it. Tyson had 1-2. I forgot the opponent didn't look like Tyson even. Yeah, Bruce Seldon. Yep. What if Mike took a dive? I don't know. That's why Rocky. I don't know about that. Shit. Those punches. There was cameras then. You could see the punch land and crunch his whole face. Those shits were not dives. Yeah, I'd be up there. I follow a lot of boxing Twitter up there. Marco, that happened to one of Ali's opponents. He took a dive because of the mafia. Possibly. Butterbean lost to a 1-7 guy in an article. Oh, maybe. I know Butterbean. I should ask him. I don't believe in the triangle theory. Nah, it's because it's been proven that it doesn't always. Now, to be honest, or to be fair, it does usually turn out that way. Usually. But definitely not always. Probably not even, maybe. I shouldn't even say usually. Maybe 50-50? I don't know. I've never really analyzed enough of it, but I think generally it does happen that way, where if you fight a dude who beat you, then you can't beat them. Or wait. Yeah, whatever. I have a t-shirt, Muhammad Ali screaming at the guy on the floor, get up. Yeah, that's Sonny Liston. Yep. There was a conspiracy that Benitez took a few dives. Wilfredo Benitez? Word? Triangle theory doesn't work because styles make fights. Exactly. Tupac was shot that night. Yep. Bruce Seldon fight. Absolutely. Did Jeremy take a dive when he fought him? No. It was Brian Nielsen. White dude in, I want to say, Netherlands they fought. I think he was Dutch. There you go, Alan. Tyson, but Holyfield, Buster. Exactly. Buster knocks out Tyson, right? Well, actually, no, that doesn't count. That's not a good one because that's just both guys beating Tyson, Allen. That's not the triangle theory. That's both guys beating Tyson. So that's actually enforcing the triangle theory. Well, if Buster beat Tyson and Holyfield beat Tyson, then it doesn't really matter. So when they fought each other, they both beat the same common opponent. So that doesn't apply. Did Pete Pack take a dive versus men? No. That punch landed clean. Vernon beat Mosley, Mayorga, Forrest beat. Yep. Yeah, Vernon, Mayorga, and Mosley is a good triangle theory one. Good one, right? Mayorga knocks out Vernon Forrest, and Forrest knocks out Mayorga. Whatever, you guys get it. Wilder and his trainer. No, because they didn't fight each other. I mean, they don't have any common opponents. Or do they? Actually, they might. Shout out to Jeremy, yeah. Marco messed up today. I went to the store and I picked up the wrong hand wrap size. Okay. This guy got clapped by Tyson. What guy? What guy? What you talking about? Yo, it's gonna rain tomorrow because, yep, I knew it. I am stuffy as shit. My nose is all fucking stuffed now from the humidity. Brian Nielsen, he didn't get clapped by Tyson. Oh, Tyson. No, he never. Did Tyson fight Brian Nielsen? You thinking of Francois both? Did Tyson fight Nielsen? I forgot. If he did, he clearly didn't take a dive against fucking Tyson. Tyson said nope. But they fought. I don't even think they fought in the Netherlands. See, that's where Nielsen. If you look at Nielsen's record, until he lost his record, he's probably like 40-1. He only has like one loss. He didn't lose for so long because all his fights were mostly. You can look it up on BoxRec. The majority of them were in the Netherlands, where they could do those contracts without, I guess, legal action. But when he fought in the U.S., I don't think he could do that shit. I got 120 in of 180. And did you move to Vegas? No, I would move. No, I don't think I could live in Vegas, man. If I got like a high-paying job, I could spend time in Vegas, but I'm not moving to fucking Vegas. My wife would knock me out. What was Tyson's last fight? It wasn't Brian Nielsen. No, his last fight was that Irish dude, wasn't it? I'm counting this triangle theory. Castillo beat Mayweather, technically, although he didn't get it. Mayweather beat Chico. Chico beat Castillo. Yeah, but that one's not the best way. It's good, but in the rematch, Castillo knocked out Chico. But that one's not bad. That one's not bad. Right. Since Chico beat Mayweather, since Mayweather lost to Castillo, and Castillo, that one's not that good either. Castillo beat Mayweather. Mayweather beat Chico. Yeah, that doesn't really. No, you're not doing it right, Alan. You're not doing it right. Kevin McBride, there we go. Thank you. How do you like hand wrapping your hands? I actually now use those ones that slip on. I know that's sacrilegious because I'm not fighting anymore. I just want it to be quick and easy. That you slips on with the Velcro, the Everlast joints with the gel padding. I use those now because it's so much faster. I used to hate fucking wrapping my hands and taking it off. Then you got to roll it up in a ball when you're done. Otherwise, it gets all crinkly when it dries up and it's hard to put on. Loma Teocambosis. Well, let's see. Teofimo beat Loma, and Teofimo lost to Cambosis. No, that doesn't count. Teofimo would have had to beat both of them. And his second last fight was Danny Williams. Danny Williams, that's who it was. Yeah, see, the best one is Ali, Foreman, Frazier, right? So you go like this. I'll go like this. Frazier beats Ali, right? Frazier beats Ali, and Foreman beats Frazier. And then you go and then so Frazier beat Ali and Foreman beat Frazier. And Ali lost Frazier. So you look at all those, right? Since Ali lost to Frazier, you think, well, if Ali lost to Frazier and Foreman, whatever, you guys get it. Frazier beats Ali, Foreman beats Frazier, Ali beats Foreman. Yeah. You basically think because Foreman beat Frazier so easily and Frazier beat Ali so easily, you think, well, Foreman is going to kill Ali because Foreman beat the guy who beat Ali. So how could Ali beat the guy who beat the? You get what I'm saying? That's the triangle theory. Kambosos beat Tio. Tio beat Loma. Well, Kambosos beat Tio, and Tio beat Loma. So when Loma fights Kambosos, that doesn't really make sense because Tio is expected to beat them. Like Kambosos lost to, whatever. Who wins between Shane Mosley and Felix Trinidad? That's a great one. Ooh, that's a great one. I'm gonna go with Shane. How easily Oscar boxed Felix? I think Shane could pop and get out. But Shane might make the mistake of standing toe to toe too long with Felix, which he's known to do, and get caught. And speaking of hands wraps being loaded, Felix has a long history of alleged allegations. I don't know if it's true or not, of loading his hand wraps. Marco, I don't want to be the judge. Yeah, I'm disgusted too. But as you get older, you just care about convenience. I don't need them. My wrists are like fucking iron, man. I never hurt my wrists. I'd never hurt my wrists. My wrists, I have short, thick kind of wrists. I have small hands. My wrists are literally like titanium welded, molded, fucking raw iron, steel. So I don't need anything to support my wrists. I just need shit to support my knuckles and to cover my hands from getting torn up. Because I used to hit so hard, so quick, I would rip my knuckles up. So to me, that's why the hand wraps are better to support your wrists, right? I don't need wrist support. I just need a padding over these knuckles. So that's why it's better for me. But if you want to support your wrists, yeah, you got to go with the traditional wraps. Lopez should rematch that guy, though. Should. What up, Jimbo? Shane beats Mayorga. Forrest beats Shane. Yes, that's it right there. That's it right there. Because Forrest beats Shane, right? So Mayorga knocks out Shane Mosley. Mayorga knocks out Vernon Forrest, right? But Mayorga knocks out Vernon Forrest. And then Sugar Shane you guys get it. Yeah, that one, the Tio and Loma one didn't make sense. But the Shane, Mayorga, and Vernon Forrest one makes sense. Because you would think, and you don't go in the order in which they fought. You take the outcome. That's how we're confused here. Forrest and Mayorga fought first, but that doesn't matter. When Shane Mosley goes to fight Ricardo Mayorga, right? Shane Mosley knocks out Mayorga. But since Mayorga knocked out the dude who knocked Shane out, so Mayorga knocked out the dude who who beat Shane twice. Mayorga dominated and dropped the dude who beat Shane twice. So you would think, wow, if I dominated the dude who beat you twice, the dude who already beat you, I'm going to beat the shit out of you because I'm fucking up the guy who whooped your ass. And instead, Shane destroys Mayorga. That is a triangle theory in a nutshell. So you can't assume that Mayorga is going to beat Shane just because Mayorga beat Vernon, who also beat Shane. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. You're not going to always beat the dude. You're not going to always beat somebody who lost to somebody you beat. You get it? You don't always beat the dude who already lost to somebody that you were able to fuck up. There it is. Holyfield beats. Yeah, we already went through all this. What up, Drome? How you guys load the hand wrap? What up, Zeke? Zeke? I guess that says Zeke. What's cracking? Boots got kicked in the head, and he's gonna go to sleep. Maybe. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Holyfield beat Foreman. Foreman beats Moore. Moore beats Holyfield. Well, it depends. You got to figure out which one you're taking from all those, right? You got to figure out which of those are you actually looking at to apply the triangle theory. See, the way you're putting it doesn't make sense. Oh, you're saying this. I got you. You're saying because Michael Moore beat Evander Holyfield, right? Because Michael Moore beat Holyfield and George Foreman beats Moore. Wait, see, here's the thing with this. You got to take only one of them. Which one of those are you applying the triangle theory to? Is it the Foreman Holyfield one? Or is it the Foreman Holyfield one or the Foreman Moore one? I don't know. You've seen Kambosos and Shakur beat 2 million, that Shakur would stop him. I saw Daniel Santos kick Trinidad's ass in sparring in Puerto Rico. Dope. You know, I've interviewed before Armando, Juan Laporte. Cool dude. Was a great fighter, too. What if it wasn't 4 times? I'm saying the triangle theory does. No, it doesn't. But the thing with the triangle theory is you have to specify which fight you're applying it to. Because the way you're saying it, you just said Holyfield beats Foreman. Okay, we saw that. Foreman beat Michael Moore. We saw that. And Moore beat Holyfield. Okay, we saw that. But which one of those does triangle theory apply to? I guess it applies to Moore. No, because Moore also lost to Holyfield. They fought twice. You know what I'm saying? You have to take the fighter and be like, oh, this guy. So, like, the triangle theory has to get applied to a certain fight. So you say, oh, before it happens, oh, this guy will beat this guy because he whooped the ass of somebody who beat him. You know what I'm saying? So that's a triangle theory. Don't assume a fighter can beat another fighter because of common opponents. That's the best way to look at the triangle theory. Never assume a fighter will win or lose because of common opponents. That's the best way to put it. If I'm fighting Ness, nobody should judge who would win based on a common opponent that me and him both, the outcome of whatever it is between a common opponent that me and him both fought. You can't assume that because it's still me and him fighting, and those styles are different. Our common opponent has nothing to do with us fighting each other. Get what I'm saying? Juan Laporte, he fought everybody. Yeah, I know, man. Marcos, so kind of like 4 Kings. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, the triangle theory is basically saying, you know, one guy beats everybody. One guy will beat anybody. Boom. If he beats him, then he'll beat, yeah. Never assume. Common opponents do not tell the tale a lot of the time. That's what triangle theory means. You take 3 fighters, and you're going to get different outcomes when they all fight each other. You know what I mean? You can't assume anything from their common opponents. And that's true a lot of the time. I'm curious most of the time, like what if we like took a bunch of fighters, like I don't have the time to do it, but if we took a bunch of matchups and compared common opponents, and I wonder how often the triangle theory actually is real. How often common opponent does tell the tale. You know what I'm saying? Like if I beat this dude, I'll also beat the dude that beat him or lost to him or whatever. The 4 Kings? Well, that's Duran, Hearns, Leonard, and Hagler. And you can't really do that because Hagler and Leonard could be a draw throughout history. So right there, that just, you don't even know who won that one. And Hearns and Sugar Ray fought twice, excuse me. or they fight 3 times? No, twice. And they're one apiece, even though it was a draw that one time, bullshit draw. They're really one apiece. So and then Sugar Ray and Duran are also one apiece. So they're all one apiece, technically. The only ironclad victories out of the 4 kings are Hagler outpointing Duran, no argument, and of course Hearns sleeping Duran. So in that theory, you would think, well, Duran's the weak link, right? So you would think that Hagler and Hearns, since they both beat Duran, that they'll beat anybody that Duran beat. But that's not true, technically, because Duran beat Sugar Ray one fight, and both those guys arguably lost to Sugar Ray. Get what I'm saying? I hear that the Mafia had something to do with the Leonard victory over Hagler. I mean, it was a close fight. Close. So maybe, or maybe it was just too close to call. I got to watch that again someday soon. I think I did watch it. Somebody told me. I kind of forgot, and I think I scored it for Sugar Ray. Because when I first watched it, I was going for Hagler. I was going for Hagler, too. And I also thought Hagler won. I'm curious now what I would think. Well, wait, did Hagler fight Duran at? Yeah, Hagler only fought at middleweight, I think. He might have had a couple fights at 54 early, but that was at middleweight. And Duran's not a natural middleweight. Duran's one of the greatest lightweights of all time. So that shows you he's 25 pounds off his prime weight. Shane is greater than Mayorga. He was. And Mayorga was greater than Vernon. That's right. But see, it doesn't work this way. You have to first talk about which 2 fighters you're applying the triangle theory to. Right? So the best way to say it is what I said. Never assume common opponents will tell the tale between an upcoming fight. You cannot look at common opponents of 2 dudes who are about to fight and calculate which guy is going to win based on how they did against a common opponent. That's what triangle theory means. Because so many times, you know what I'm saying? Trick, what up, blood? Where you been at, blood? How did you make the 3rd Sugar video and not mention Ray Seals? Because I don't know who the fuck that is. Well, kind of kidding. I know who it is, but I don't know much about him. And to be quite honest, Eon, when it comes to Sugar Ray Seals, I kind of feel this way.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Who wins between Marvin Hagler and James Toney? Wow. That's not a fair one because James Toney, although he was a middleweight champion, he stayed very, very short distance in middleweight. I don't think that's not a fair question. They're not the same weight, really. Right? James Toney is really a super middle, probably really more of a light heavyweight. What it should have been, even though he went all the way up. So they're not the same weight. Yep. He won 2 gold medals. Okay. He won 2 gold medals. Well,
Sugar ducky quack quack.
good for him. Good for Sugar Ray Seals. I still feel like when it comes to Sugar Ray Seals, man, I feel like fuck a Sugar Ray Seals. Nah, I shouldn't say fuck. Is he still alive? Is he still alive? I don't know much about him. They tried to do a Sugar Shakur, but I think Showbiz tried to do that one, but it never caught on. He's 71. Well, he's alive. Old as shit. You sponsored by Haterade. You are right. Stylistically, Tony should be able to beat Hagler. He's too big. I hear people calling Shakur bright lights. That's made up on, which is funny. They call him meet. Roadrunner. That's funny. Who wins between Marvin Hagler and Bernard Hopkins? Hopkins is another one who fought too little at. Hopkins is 6'1", and he fought very, very, not a long time at 60. Although he was able to make the weight because his discipline's wild. I'm gonna go with Marvin. Best sugar in history. Excuse me. Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Marco. I'm gonna go with Ray Robinson. Rosado Robinson. Yep. What is 154 called? Either super welterweight or junior middleweight. Take your pick. They shouldn't call Bridgerweight. They should call that shit super cruiserweight. Right? They can't do light heavyweight. They could do junior heavyweight, but I would do super cruiserweight. I think man over 225 should be its own category. Matter of fact, maybe every 50 pounds. Maybe do 2 to 250, 250 to 3. Because if somebody's 200, maybe 220 to like 270, 270 to like 3 something. Dudes usually aren't over 300, so. Rosado, they made a pound for pound list because of him. That's what they say. That's what they say. All right, peeps. I'm going to bounce. Hope one day, boxing league. Yeah, me too. All right, guys. I'm going to bounce. I'll catch you guys most likely tomorrow night. All right? Peace.